Ladies, stop wasting your breath asking a man if he loves you. You want to know how he feels? Don't ask about his heart. Don't wait on a long text. Don't press him for poetic words. Just look at his hands. That's right. A man's hands will tell you everything you need to know about how he truly feels. See, when a man loves you, he doesn't just say it, he shows it. A man's hands are his tools for showing love. He'll use them to fix things around your place that you didn't even ask him to. He'll open doors for you. He'll hold your hand, not just when you're smiling, but when you're scared, when you're nervous, when you're going through something real. Don't ask if he loves you, just look at his hands. That's where the truth is. See, the problem today is that too many women are stuck on needing words. They want to hear a man say, I love you every day like clockwork. And don't get me wrong, words have their place. But a man can say anything. A man can tell you he loves you while breaking your heart, while ignoring you, while making you feel small. A man's mouth can lie, but his hands tell the truth every time. You want to know how he feels? Watch what his hands do when you walk into the room. Does he reach for you? Does he touch your lower back to guide you through a crowd? Does he take your hand just because he wants to feel close to you? Does he help you out of the car, carry your groceries, fix the things you mention only once? You don't have to ask if that man loves you. His hands already answered. When a man loves you, his hands are never idle when you need him. He might not be great with words, but he'll open jars for you. He'll zip up your dress. He'll lace your shoes if your hands are full. He'll put gas in your car without being told. His hands will move in ways that make your life easier, because that's how men love. That's how they say, I got you, without even saying a word. You can tell when a man is committed by how he uses his hands around you. Does he pick up his phone or pick up your spirit? Does he reach for the remote or reach for your hand? You want to know where his heart is? Check where his hands are. Are they building something with you, or are they always building distance? A man who loves you wants to protect you, provide for you, and most importantly, support you. Love is not just hugs and kisses. Love is him noticing you're cold and putting his jacket around your shoulders. Love is him touching your face when you're upset and wiping your tears with the soft part of his hand. Love is when his hands show up for you even when he's tired, even when you didn't ask, because real love is not asked for. It is given, it is offered, it is proven. Some women are so used to words that they miss what's right in front of them. You don't need to ask if he loves you if he's holding your hand when you're sick, if he's holding your baby at 3 a.m. while you sleep, if he's fixing that broken drawer for the third time because he knows it frustrates you. That's love, that's devotion, that's commitment, and all of it is coming through his hands. And you know what else? Sometimes love is not loud. Sometimes it's in the silent gestures. Like when he places his hand on your knee under the table just to let you know he's there. Or when he touches your face before you fall asleep. Or when he uses those hands to bring you your favorite drink without being asked. He pays attention. That's what his hands are telling you. That you matter, that he notices, that he sees you and wants to show it in his own way. But here's the thing, if his hands are always on his phone, always gripping a game controller, always busy with everything but you, don't ignore that. Love doesn't ignore. Love doesn't forget to show up. If his hands don't reach for you, if they don't offer help, if they don't protect you when you're tired or vulnerable, then you don't need to ask if he loves you. You already know the answer. Love is active. It's not passive. It doesn't wait to be told. It sees the need and moves. A man who loves you will use his hands to make your world better. He'll touch you like you're precious. He'll guide you with respect. He'll serve you with pride, not shame. He won't just reach for you when he wants something. He'll reach for you because he's connected to you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So don't beg a man to say he loves you. Watch how he serves. Watch how he sacrifices. Watch how he lifts the weight off your shoulders when life gets hard. Watch how he stands in front of you when there's danger. Watch how he rubs your back when you're anxious. That's love. That's a man who cares. There are some things you'll never have to question when the love is real, because real love doesn't hide. It doesn't make you second guess your worth. And it damn sure doesn't disappear when things get hard. A real man's love will show in how he holds you during the storm, not just how he praises you in the sunshine. Ladies, the next time you want to ask if he loves you, stop. Just look at his hands. They'll tell you if he's all in or if he's halfway out. Because love isn't always a word. Sometimes love is a gesture. It's the little things he does without you even knowing. It's in the details, in the touch, in the way he reaches for you when you're not looking. That's what love looks like when it's real. Don't ask him if he loves you. Don't look for the perfect sentence. Don't wait on flowers or dramatic gestures. Just look at his hands. His hands will tell you everything his mouth won't say. Because here's the truth. A man's hands never lie. They reflect his habits, his character, his commitment, and most importantly, his love. You don't need to question his feelings when his actions speak louder than his words ever could. When a man truly loves you, his hands are in motion, always working, always serving, always protecting. If he's using his hands to make your life better, even in small, unnoticed ways, that's love in its rawest form. It's not just when he wraps his arms around you or when he holds your hand in public. It's when he fixes the things around the house that you barely mention, when he puts his hand on your back while you're walking, when he gently guides you across the street like you're the most precious thing he's ever held. Love doesn't scream, it shows. When a man loves you, his hands become extensions of his heart. They reach for you in quiet moments. They wipe away your tears when you're hurting. They hold you close after an argument, not because he has the perfect apology, but because he doesn't want distance between you. His hands become his language. They become his way of saying, I'm here, I choose you, I protect you. You don't need to hear it if you can see it. Look at how he uses his hands when you're overwhelmed. Does he help you with tasks? Does he take the weight off your shoulders? If you're exhausted, does he reach out with a massage, bring you a glass of water, or run his fingers through your hair just to soothe you? That's not just affection, that's awareness. That's emotional presence. That's love translated through touch and action. And if you want to know the truth, most men aren't going to give you poetry. They're not all built to sit down and say how much you mean to them in a 10-minute speech. But what they will do, what they are naturally wired to do, is show their feelings through service, through movement, through effort. The man who puts effort into your comfort, your safety, your peace, that man doesn't need to say the words every single day, because every day he's showing you. He's showing it when his hands open the door for you. He's showing it when he reaches across the table to grab your hand just because. He's showing it when he carries your bags, when he warms up your car, when he brushes your hair behind your ear. Those are the silent I love yous that matter more than words repeated out of habit. When a man is indifferent, his hands go still. They don't move for you. They stay in his pockets. They stay on his phone. They stay far away from the effort of building, helping, holding. If he doesn't touch you with care, if he doesn't assist you without being asked, if he doesn't find small ways to ease your life, then there's your answer. Love doesn't look like distance. Love doesn't ignore needs. Love does not hesitate. Real love shows up even in the mundane. A man in love doesn't need an occasion to show affection. His hands are in action on a Tuesday afternoon when you're tired, when you're not looking your best, when you don't even realize you need help. Love is in the habit, not in the holiday. Love is in the daily rhythm, in the small repeated acts of kindness that say, you matter to me every day, not just when it's convenient. Sometimes love isn't loud. Sometimes it's the way his fingers brush against yours at the grocery store, or how he places his hand on the small of your back when you're walking through a crowd. It's in the way he reaches for you in the middle of the night just to make sure you're still there. It's in the way he touches your face like he still can't believe you're his. That's not performance. That's not obligation. That's instinct. And instinct doesn't lie. You don't need to beg a man to be gentle with you if he loves you. His hands won't be careless. He won't handle you like a burden. He won't pull away when you reach out. Instead, he'll anchor you. He'll show up not just when it's easy or when it benefits him, but especially when you're struggling. His hands will pick up what you can't carry, both literally and emotionally. And here's something women need to understand. When a man is truly in love, he can't help but act. His love demands movement. He won't just sit still when you're in pain. He won't ignore you when you're overwhelmed. He'll step in, offer help, give comfort, provide support. Not because he has to, but because love compels him to do so. He doesn't just feel for you, he acts for you. And every act is a message. Every gesture is a declaration. Every touch says more than a paragraph ever could. Don't underestimate the power of his hands. They're the window to his soul. They tell you what he values. They show you who he chooses. They tell you whether he's fully present or halfway out the door. And most of the time, you already know the answer. You just haven't been taught where to look. But now you do, so next time you find yourself wondering, stop asking. Don't ask him if he loves you. Look at his hands. They've been telling you all along. Don't ask him if he loves you, just look at his hands. That's where the truth hides. That's where you'll find the real answers. Not in the words that can be rehearsed, repeated, or manipulated. A man's love is not proven by what he says, it's revealed in what he does. In the first place, you'll see it in his hands, in the way they move, the way they serve, the way they reach for you without hesitation, without condition. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't have to be reminded to show up. His hands move without needing a prompt. He'll open that car door not because it's a performance, but because it's second nature. He'll fix the thing in your house that you casually mentioned was broken. He'll lift the heavy groceries out of your trunk before you can even ask. These may look like small gestures to some, but they are loud declarations of care, commitment, and presence. You'll know his heart by watching his hands when you're not at your best. When you're tired, sick, or in a bad mood, do his hands comfort you or avoid you? Do they bring you soup, stroke your back, reach for your hand in silence? Or do they stay distant, hidden, preoccupied with something else, someone else, anything else? Love doesn't check out when things get tough. It leans in. It gets involved. It shows up physically, emotionally, spiritually. When he loves you, his hands don't rest until they've done something for your peace. Maybe he rubs your feet after a long day. Maybe he gets up before you to prepare a breakfast. Maybe he builds you a shelf, organizes your kitchen, folds your laundry. He doesn't do these things for applause or validation. He does them because your happiness is his concern. His love fuels his service. His love creates a rhythm of quiet action, and his hands do the talking. Watch how he holds you, not just during intimacy, but in everyday life. Does he hold your hand while walking, or when you're watching TV? Does he pull you in for no reason at all, just to feel your presence? Those aren't meaningless touches. They're expressions of closeness, of connection, of a man who feels something deeper than surface-level desire. A man who loves with depth doesn't need a special occasion to touch you. His love expresses itself through touch that is tender, present, and consistent. A man in love uses his hands to protect you. If someone disrespects you, do his hands stay idle, or does he instinctively step in? If you're feeling unsafe, does he reach to hold you close? You don't have to ask a man to stand up for you when he truly loves you. His protective instincts come alive. His hands become shields, not weapons. They become tools for stability, not destruction. And if his hands have ever been raised against you in anger, understand that is not love. Real love never strikes. Real love shields. It guards. It lifts. Men who love with their whole heart can't help but engage physically in ways that create peace and safety for the woman they care about. He may not write poetry, he may not give long speeches, but if his hands are building, helping, lifting, and holding, you've got your answer. His hands are speaking every day, even if his mouth stays quiet. And the truth is, the hands never lie. There's a difference between a man who touches you because he wants something and a man who touches you because he wants you. Look at the quality of his touch. Look at the timing. Look at the intention. Does he pull you close just to listen to your thoughts? Does he hold your face while you're crying instead of turning away? Does he place his hand on your back as a silent gesture that says, I'm right here? That's not empty romance. That's real emotional presence. That's how love shows itself through the fingertips. And when he's not around, when life gets hard, when distance steps in, ask yourself, when he's far away, do his hands still move in service of you? Does he send help? Does he make a plan to come to you? Does he try to be part of the solution? Love doesn't give up just because of time or space. If his love is real, he will find a way to reach you even from afar. That's how you know it's more than convenience. That's how you know it's rooted in something solid. A man may say he loves you. He may promise you the world, but promises without proof are empty. What are his hands doing while he's making those promises? Are they idle? Are they helping? Are they reaching for you when it matters most? Look closely. The answers are right there. You don't need to wonder. You don't need to chase the words. You don't need to ask for reassurance every week. Just look at his hands. They've been showing you the truth the whole time. Don't ask him if he loves you. Don't search for words that might not come. And don't rely on rehearsed statements that can be spoken without heart. Just look at his hands. That's where his truth lives. That's where the real story is being told every single day. Because a man can say anything, but what he does with his hands, how he shows up, how he touches you, how he helps you, that's the part you can't fake. His hands are always talking, even when his mouth is silent. When a man loves a woman, he doesn't wait to be told what to do. His hands naturally respond to her needs. They open doors, they carry burdens, they build stability. His hands are tools of service, tools of comfort, tools of action. And he doesn't do these things because he has to. He does them because he wants to. Because something in his spirit moves when he sees you in need. Even if it's small, even if it's unspoken, that movement, that instinct, that's love. That's what love looks like in a man's world. Real love isn't always verbal. It isn't always poetic. For some men, especially the kind who were taught to show rather than tell, love is a verb. It's in the way he reaches for your hand when you're nervous, the way he adjusts your seatbelt in the car, the way he hands you a drink without you asking. It's in the way he fixes things before you realize they're broken, pays attention to what makes your life smoother. and finds satisfaction in giving you ease. His love isn't in the spotlight, it's in the background, quietly and steadily showing up. A man's hands will tell you where his loyalty lies. Watch what he does when no one's watching. Does he clean up after dinner without being asked? Does he wrap his arms around you when you're too tired to talk? Does he pick up the slack when life starts to overwhelm you? These aren't big, showy declarations. They're quiet signs of care. They're consistent, thoughtful, unannounced. That's where real love lives, in the everyday habits, the unnoticed moments, the simple ways he uses his hands to carry some of your weight. You don't need to hear "I love you" if he's already said it with his actions. If he's rubbing your back when you're anxious, if he's holding your hand when you're in pain, if he's wiping away your tears and not walking away from them, then he's already told you more than words could. Men who love with their hands understand that presence speaks louder than promises. They know that action makes an impact, words can't always match. And look closely at what his hands don't do too. If he loves you, his hands won't cause harm. They won't be raised in anger. They won't slam doors, throw things, or push you away when he's upset. His love will show in the restraint of his hands just as much as in the use of them. A man who loves you will guard his strength, not use it to intimidate you. He will be gentle where others might be aggressive. He will be intentional where others might be careless. That's how you know the love is real. When his hands protect, never punish. When he truly cares, he won't disappear when you need him most. Even if he doesn't know what to say, his hands will do the talking. He'll reach for you. He'll sit beside you. He'll make your favorite food, bring you something warm, or quietly do things to bring comfort back into your life. You won't have to ask him to show up. You won't have to wonder if he will. His hands will already be in motion, already doing what love does, standing in the gap, building security, offering relief. And love like that doesn't always look perfect. Sometimes his hands will get tired. Sometimes they'll be full with the weight of his own struggles. But even when he's drained, even when he's quiet, if he loves you, you'll still feel him reaching for you in some way. Maybe not with grand gestures, but in small ones that matter just as much. He'll warm your blanket. He'll fix your charger. He'll send a message that says, "I see you. I care. I'm still here." This is how love lives in the real world, not just in the kisses and cuddles, but in how his hands carry you when life gets heavy, in how they hold space for you when you need to rest, in how they build beside you without needing constant praise. So don't focus so much on what his lips say. Lips can lie, but hands, they move with purpose. They work with love. They protect with power. They hold with care. And if you really want to know if he loves you, you won't find it in a sentence. You'll find it in the way he moves when you're around. You'll find it in the way his hands always choose you. And when those hands are tired, when life has worn him down, when work has drained him, when he doesn't have the energy to say much, if he still reaches for you, if he still finds little ways to be there, that's love. That's a deeper kind of love, one that doesn't depend on mood or convenience. It's the kind of love that works even when it's exhausted, even when he's struggling inside himself. A man in love will still stretch his hands toward you, even if all he can offer is a quiet touch, a held hand, or a shared silence. You see, love doesn't take breaks. It may slow down, it may go quiet, but it never vanishes. A man who loves you will never stop using his hands to remind you you're not alone. Maybe it's the way he pulls you in when you're overthinking. Maybe it's how he stands behind you in the kitchen and holds you for no reason. Maybe he tightens his grip on your hand a little when you're walking side by side just to say, "I've got you." Those small, barely noticed things That's where his heart speaks loudest. When a man's love is real, his hands don't wait for permission to move. They instinctively seek to help, to support, to comfort. He doesn't need a stage, an audience, or recognition. He just needs the space to love you in the way he knows best, with his actions, with his presence, and with those hands that never stop choosing you. So pay attention. You'll learn more from how he lifts, carries, fixes, holds, protects, and reaches than you ever could from what he says. His love is in his hands. And if you watch closely, they'll tell you everything.